Hello, I am SquidofLove. Welcome back to Everspace, a stunning game with beautiful graphics but quite challenging at the same time, especially if you are a new player. In this video I would like to share with you some tips, some gameplay tips that will make your life a lot easier and will help you advance and have fun with the game. Before we start, the very first thing I'm going to mention, the very first thing you need to know is that your energy is life in Everspace. With energy, you do everything, you boost, you evade, you use your weapons, you use your modules, and if it runs out, then you can do nothing. You just sit there waiting for the enemies to kill you. So it is very important to know how to manage your energy properly and never let it run out, especially during a fight. With that in mind, let's go ahead and start taking a look at some tips that will help you get better at Everspace and survive longer. We are going to start with the perks, a very important part of the game, and this is basically where you decide how you are going to play the game and the stats that your ship is going to have. Since we have already said how important energy is, my recommendation is to put as many points as fast as possible to your energy capacity and energy regeneration. In that way you will have better energy management and will allow you to have fun more in the game, survive longer in the game, and deal with your enemies more effectively. The second most important stat for me personally is the credit loot bonus, and this is because it will give you the opportunity to loot more credits in the game. And by having more credits you can later buy more perks, upgrade more perks and become stronger and stronger. You can also increase your real loot chance if you want, and this will help you find some better weapons, some better modules that will also help you later in the game, but if you don't have enough energy to run them, then there is no point, there is actually no point in finding them. These are my two starting recommendations for perks, energy capacity and regeneration, and credit loot bonus. After that, you can choose, you can start increasing everything you want, hull capacity, shield capacity and regeneration, your weapons, carry more weapons, carry more devices, carry more items, increasing your speed, increasing the effectiveness of nanobots. You can play however you want, but I think the energy and the credit loot bonus should be your number one priority. With more energy you can deal with your enemies in a more effective way, but you still need to learn how to manage that energy properly. The biggest mistake you can do during a fight is to boost all the time, never stop boosting. This will deplete your energy in no time and you will sit there waiting for the enemies to kill you. In order to avoid this, you should not boost all the time. Instead, you should try to use your boost in short bursts. This will give you enough energy to run your weapons, run your modules, evade your enemies, and eventually kill them and continue with your journey, continue having fun in Everspace, survive longer. This is a quite important technique that will help you in Everspace, and you should start practicing since your first runs. Start practicing as soon as possible. But even if you have enough energy and you know how to control it, how to manage it properly, eventually you will run out of energy. Thankfully there are some very helpful items that you can use, especially during your first runs, that will help you with that problem. An energy core extension is a device that will increase the capacity of your energy and will help you have more energy during the game. And the energy injector is a consumable that will give you some energy while fighting, exploring, in general whenever you need to have more energy. In that way you can increase your energy and deal with enemies even after you run out of your initial capacity of energy. These two items, these two devices and consumable are quite important, especially in your first runs when you won't have enough energy to continue fighting for long, and they will help you survive longer. When you are dealing with multiple enemies, which is pretty much what you will be doing in the whole game, then you should deal with the weakest enemies first, and that means kill first the drones, then the weak normal enemies, then go for Mark II or Mark III fighters if there is any, and then try to deal with the elite enemies such as Elite Ochre Fighter, Elite Outlaw, the Outlaw Chiefs. In that way you will have a lot more chances to emerge victorious from every single fight, and generally it is easier to deal with the strongest enemies in 1 vs 1 scenarios. And if things started going south, then you still have your energized boost and you can use it in order to get out of any nasty situation. Just hope that you have enough energy to use it. Crafting is also very important in Everspace, and all you need to do, it is very simple, all you have to do is find the correct materials. This is exactly why you need to search every area, you need to check every container in order to find materials, find blueprints, find modules that you can use or you can salvage if you don't need them. In that way you will start increasing the resources you are carrying, and that way you will be able to craft a lot of more helpful items, such as the energy injectors or better weapons if you have found the blueprints. In general, you should never leave an area if you haven't explored everything. Leave only if you really have to in order to survive. I would also suggest to never avoid the combat, to never avoid the fight unless you think you cannot win, there is no chance for you winning or surviving. In that way you will learn how to be more effective in combat, you will learn how to manage your energy better, and of course you can find blueprints, you can get fuel, you can get money, and a lot of new weapons and modules for you to use. Finding materials, finding resources, and of course blueprints is very important if you want to upgrade your equipment, if you want to build new weapons, new modules, and become stronger. And do not hesitate to try different stuff, do not hesitate to build missiles, build weapons, or upgrade your existing weapons. Of course it depends on what kind of blueprints you have found already and what you can create, what you can craft or not. But if you keep looking, then you will find interesting blueprints that will help you in your journey. Definitely one of the most important items in Everspace, if not the most important one, is the scan probe. If you have enough materials to craft these probes, if you have enough of these probes, you can scan the areas and find interesting locations and containers for you to loot. But even if you don't have scan probes, that doesn't mean that this is the end of the game. Around a lot of areas there are communication hubs that you can hack, and you can scan the area even if you don't have probes, even if you don't have the required material to craft one. So always take a look around, in that way you might find a communication hub and you can save a scan probe, or you can scan the area without having the means to use one. And lastly, don't be afraid of dying in Everspace. Dying can be quite good if you have enough money collected during your previous run. By dying you can get back to the perks page, and there you can choose to upgrade more of your stats, become stronger and survive for more in this amazing game. These were some tips that I hope will help you progress in Everspace and of course enjoy the game more. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. I am SquidofLove and I will see you next time. Bye bye.